Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and asking the question, can the DTCC insurance policy offer us potential settlement? And we're also going to be looking at a new long-term stock with very impressive 16% revenue growth and over 11 million subscribers paid, and I think potentially with the good chance of a long-term hold, and also doing a quick review of the previous week's weekly watch list. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. So first of all, from Market Watch, we can see the stock market rally is facing a crucial question, and that is with regards to the jobs data, and will the jobs data back the case for Fed cuts? So this is going to be huge in the markets this week. From Yahoo Finance, again, same kind of theme. The Fed's rate cut could catapult mid-cap stocks over the S&P 500 as the top trade, and that's according to strategists. So let's have a look at the key dates. So Powell is speaking on Monday, but the key earnings that we're going to be looking at is on Tuesday with regard to Nike. Tesla deliveries, I think that could be very positive news on Wednesday, but jobless claims on Thursday, again that's the key one, and also the jobs report on Friday, so keep an eye on that. I'd like to start by one of the stocks that we are watching this week in the weekly watch list. That is ticker symbol SNAP, also known as Snapchat, and in our DD channel where we share regular DD with regard to long-term day trades and also swing trade stocks. We're looking at Snapchat, and with regard to financials, one of the things I'd like to share with you here in terms of a summary of the second quarter 2024, these were quite impressive, showing revenue increase of 16% year on year, currently just in excess of $1.2 billion. Daily active users increased by 9%, currently are approximately 432 million daily active users. Net loss has also improved by 34%, so potentially could be on the road for profitability soon. In terms of 850 monthly active users and paid subscribers, right now we're looking at 11 million, so very impressive. So in terms of from the investor relations page, we can see here over 350,000 Lens creators have used Lens Studio, 11 million Snapchat Plus subscribers, so that is generating the revenue. The AI-driven feature for Snapchat is also extremely successful so far, and 300 million people are engaging with the augmented reality. So I think huge potential for this to continue. So let's have a look at the chart. If we have a look at the 12-month chart, we can see obviously it has come down from recent highs around about $17, and it hit a low just below the $9 around about August 2024. Right now, if you have a look at the chart, it is showing positive upward bullish momentum, and again triggered by the earnings that we just saw. And I think right now there is a potential that it could in the next earnings run up closer to the $15-16. So ticker symbol SNAP, worth a look. I'd like to start by following on from the previous video where we looked at some new groundbreaking DD from ELF. So go ahead and check out the previous video and also the post from ELF. So following on from that, and shout out here to Liquid88, who stated, now that we know how MMTLP came to be tradable, every shareholder should file their FTC complaint Monday morning, and there is the link, so go ahead and check that out at ftc.gov. Again, in terms of a reminder, good post here from Marduk, who stated here, in terms of trading halts and the current halts, he stated the legal team of George and John should be frothing at the mouth over this revelation with regards to FINRA and the SEC, obviously it looks like they are running on something called a trust me bro basis, especially with regard to the FAQs. And what he stated here, if they indeed delisted but never deleted the symbol, that would explain the current halt in February 2023, which we can see in red. and also the backdated D1 code, if we can see on the next image here, highlighted in the yellow circle. So we also have the date highlighted in red, February the 16th 2023, and if we have a look at the previous date, we can see February the 4th 2023. So again, highly suspicious here in terms of the date. So have they done a backdated D1? So very simple question. Over to you, FINRA. I'm going to shortly share with you an audio clip from Scott with regard to potential settlement with FINRA and the DTCC. But what Trevor has stated here is he states here that if Scott believes that MMTLP will be resolved through a settlement via DTC and FINRA, does anybody know what the settlement funds are available? Question mark. Scott says looking at 500 to 600 times oversold. If the DTCC were potentially not involved CNS, how can they be responsible? So before we look at an answer for this question, let's get a quick overview of the audio.
The reality, though, is that I think this has to end up somehow being a settlement from FINRA and DTCC, which is the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, which is more or less the bag holder for trading and clearing securities in the United States. And they have an insurance policy. They're backed by, there's a lot of participants in the market that have to pay into that so that they have an insurance fund, a rainy day fund to cover exactly what we have in the MMTLP situation. So
what I'd now like to do is follow on by asking two questions. First of all, do they have sufficient insurance? And also, is it realistically possible that they could potentially pay out in terms of a settlement? So first of all, from Clark 2, he stated here that the DTCC are the prime brokers, the richest banks in the world, and they have insurance of $8 trillion. So what Trevor has stated is the answer to that is that they do not have $8 trillion in insurance, and it potentially is grossly overestimated. And Michael also states there is no chance that they have that much. But and what Trevor also goes on to say is if the clearing of MMTLP was outside of the DTCC's responsibility, how could any responsibility lie with the DTCC funds or insurance? And was the DTCC responsible for clearing and settlement of MMTLP? So again, valid questions there. So we're going to get an AI angle on this. So from the AI angle, we can see here the DTCC provides investor protection through a combination of insurance coverage and risk management practices. So yes, they do have insurance. So let's have a look at point number one. And this is first of all SIPC, Securities Investor Protection Corporation. This is intended to protect investor securities in case a broker-dealer becomes insolvent. So that will not be applicable. Number two, corporate insurance. DTC maintains a large portfolio insurance to protect against various risks. These include errors, omissions, theft, cybersecurity breaches, and operational disruptions. So there is potentially an argument there that could be used. Again, it will have to be a strong argument with evidence. But this insurance is structured in multiple layers, often reaching into the hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars. So definitely not in the trillions, but it looks like to be a sufficient amount. And then section 3 is netting and guarantee fund contributions, and these funds are effectively a form of self-insurance, and these are to guarantee fund contributions that are designed to potentially address default scenarios and are valued also in billions of dollars. So again, with regard to default, again, that would have to be argued successfully, but overall, as far as I'm concerned, I think, in my opinion, I think it's unlikely that the DTCC will, with FINRA, will be providing settlement, but it is an interesting argument. However, theoretically, I do believe this is possible. And finally, I'd like to finish off by having a quick review of the previous week's weekly watch list. One of the stocks that we looked at was ticker symbol APLD, and that was in good momentum after news with regard to an additional $160 million of funding, and there was also additional news this week, and it was a strong success. Best call of the week, up over 34%. We also called out ticker symbol LUNR, and that was up over 10% on Friday and 7% on the week. Also after Monday's dip, we also called out earnings with regard to Micron. Again, great call there, up over 16%. Oklo was up 4.3% up on the week. TSM, again, up 1.9%. 0.8% of the week. There was a strong decline on that Friday, so that could give us a buying opportunity, so we will look at TSM. AENT, again, strong finish on Friday, closing up 8% on the week, overall closed level on the week. CEG also closed level on the weeks, so not all calls are successful. And OMIC was up over 13% Monday to Tuesday, so that's the time to take profits, because obviously many of these are swing trades, and then it was down 4.6% on the week. So if you would like to get the next weekly watch list, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.